Albert Einstein, one of the greatest minds in the world of physics, perhaps the greatest. He's remembered by everyone for his theory of relativity and groundbreaking work that challenged the limits of time and space. However, after his death, one event sparked years of conversation in the scientific community. Why was his brain stolen? And just 7 hours after his death. Let's uncover the truth behind this mysterious event together. In 1955, Albert Einstein passed away. After his death, an autopsy was performed at Princeton Hospital in accordance with the medical procedures of the time. However, this was no ordinary autopsy. The pathologist performing the autopsy, Dr. Thomas Stoltz Harvey, made a decision to make a groundbreaking scientific discovery. Harvey chose to take Einstein's brain. However, this was done without the family's consent. The brain was removed from Einstein's body and placed in a box on the table in the hospital room. Einstein's brain was said to be taken for scientific purposes. However, it wasn't long before it became clear that this decision would come with many ethical and legal problems. Dr. Harvey aimed to study Einstein's brain and present his findings to the scientific community. However, this move would later turn into a scandal. The removal of the brain without the family's consent made it a major point of controversy. Dr. Harvey found a place to store Einstein's brain, but it wasn't as safe as he thought. Over time, the brain was moved multiple times. Initially, it was kept in a jar in Dr. Harvey's home. Then, a part of the brain was sent to another doctor, William Scoville. Scoville intended to study the neural structure of the brain, but understanding the neural properties was nearly impossible, as the brain hadn't been prepared for traditional autopsy procedures. Einstein's brain was examined scientifically, but the results weren't very successful. The brain was slightly larger than average, but this didn't explain his genius. The tests showed that some regions of the brain were denser, but this didn't prove to be the cause of Einstein's extraordinary intelligence. Most of the brain was not only studied with scientific interest, but also stored unethically for many years. Over time, Einstein's brain disappeared. For years, research on the brain and suspicious circumstances continued to attract public attention. In the 1980s, Dr. Harvey had lost track of Einstein's brain, and it was missing. Eventually, Dr. Harvey was forced to reveal the whereabouts of the brain to the public. In 1998, the brain mysteriously returned, but Einstein's family had never approved of these actions. The brain was finally returned to the family, but only a few pieces remained. This event raised many ethical questions in the scientific world. How right was it to take and study a person's brain without the family's consent? Was it ethical to store and sell the brain in this way? Dr. Harvey's intentions may have been to advance scientific research, but the consequences of this act continue to be debated. Einstein's brain became not just an attempt to understand human intellectual capacity, but also an event that challenged humanity's ethical understanding. The true reasons behind the brain's theft and the scientific implications remain unresolved. But this event marked a turning point, showing the intersection of science and human rights. So, do you think studying Einstein's brain was ethical? Share your thoughts with us in the comments.